30 million people. That's how many Americans are about to get slammed by a bomb cyclone in the next 24 hours. 30 million people from Georgia to Massachusetts. This storm is already dropping snow right now across the southern Appalachians, and it's about to explode into one of the most powerful nor'easters we've seen in years. Elizabeth City, North Carolina is staring down 12.3 inches of snow. 12.3 inches. That would put this storm in the top 5 snowfalls ever recorded there. Some spots in the Carolinas haven't seen this much snow in decades. Is your city in the path? In exactly 30 seconds, I am breaking down which major metros are about to get buried and when this hits your area. But first, drop your location in the comments right now, not later. Right now while you're rethinking about it. I am going through every single comment tonight, and tomorrow morning I am posting a personalized forecast specifically for your city. The more specific you are with your location, the more detailed I can be with your forecast. So Don T, just say North Carolina. Tell me Raleigh, tell me Wilmington, tell me exactly where you are. Here's your reward for staying with me, Charlotte, North Carolina, 25 degrees right now with snow already falling. Light snow that's going to get heavy fast. Asheville, North Carolina, 20 degrees with 9 inches already on the ground since midnight. Raleigh, North Carolina, 22 degrees, and the heavy snow hasn't even started yet. Atlanta, Georgia, 26 degrees on the southwestern edge of this monster about to get clipped. Savannah, Georgia, 41 degrees watching this unfold to your north. Wilmington, North Carolina, 31 degrees about to get absolutely hammered with coastal flooding on top of heavy snow. Charleston, South Carolina, 32 degrees in the same boat as Wilmington. But here is what nobody is talking about. This storm is going to undergo bombogenesis. That is a real meteorological term. It means the pressure at the center of this storm is going to drop so fast it is like a hurricane forming in winter. We are talking about a pressure drop of 30 to 40 millibars in 24 hours. To put that in perspective, a typical strong nor'easter might drop 15 to 20 millibars. This thing is going to drop 30 to 40. That kind of rapid intensification creates hurricane-force wind gusts. We're talking 60 to 70 mile per hour winds slamming the coast while heavy snow is falling inland. From northern Georgia all the way to Massachusetts, every state along the East Coast is getting hit. 4 states have declared states of emergency. Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. North Carolina Governor Josh Stein said, quote, "Snowfall is expected to impact much of North Carolina this weekend, which could disrupt daily life for several days," end quote. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp declared a statewide emergency Friday morning. Virginia and South Carolina still have their emergency declarations in effect from last weekend's storm because they re-dealing with back-to-back winter weather disasters. Over 1,500 flights have already been canceled today. Charlotte Douglas International, Raleigh Durham, Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta, all seeing major disruptions. American Airlines issued travel alerts for almost 30 airports across the Southeast. Delta did the same for over 20 airports. This is not going to be as bad as last weekend when over 20,000 flights got canceled. But if you are flying through the Southeast today or tomorrow, you need to check your flight status right now. The timeline for this storm is absolutely critical. Right now, as I am recording this, it's Saturday morning, January 31st, and snow is already falling across parts of Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, and northern Georgia. Balsam, North Carolina has reported 9 inches. Bristol, Tennessee, 7.5 inches. Piper's Gap, Virginia, 5 inches. This is just the beginning. Here's what makes this storm different from a normal winter storm. Normal storms develop over land and gradually strengthen. This storm is developing right off the coast where very cold air from land is clashing with warmer air over the Atlantic Ocean. That temperature contrast is fuel. Add in upper-level winds that are spreading apart, creating a zone of rising air, and you've got the perfect recipe for explosive development. The European model and the American GFS model both show the exact same scenario. When both models agree this strongly, confidence is extremely high. The storm's pressure right now is around 1,008 millibars. By tomorrow morning, Sunday, February 1st, that pressure will drop to around 970 to 975 millibars. That is a drop of 30 to 35 millibars in 24 hours. Anything over 24 millibars in 24 hours meets the definition of a bomb cyclone. This storm is going to blow past that threshold. What comes after the snow is the real concern. Behind this storm, Arctic air is going to come screaming south. We are not just talking about cold, We re-talking about record-breaking frigid temperatures. Boston is going to drop to minus 13 degrees with wind chills. New York minus 12. Philadelphia minus 11. These are dangerous, life-threatening temperatures. Frostbite can occur in under 15 minutes with wind chills like that, just like I promised at the start here as your detailed city-by-city breakdown. I am going to vary my delivery, so this doesn't feel like a list because the last thing I want is for you to zone out when I am giving you critical information about your city. Charlotte, North Carolina, you are in the bullseye. Snow started early this morning around 5 or 6 a.m. with light flurries. By noon today, Saturday, that snow is going to pick up significantly. We re-talking snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour through Saturday afternoon and evening. Total accumulation by Sunday morning, 6 to 10 inches, with locally higher amounts possible in the northern suburbs. Temperatures are hovering around 25 degrees right now, and they're going to stay in the low to mid-20s all day. Winds are going to increase throughout the day, gusting to 30 to 40 miles per hour by Saturday evening. That combination of heavy snow and strong winds is going to create near whiteout conditions at times. Interstate 85 is going to be extremely dangerous Saturday evening, Interstate 77 as well. If you live in Charlotte and you are thinking about going out Saturday afternoon or evening, do not do it. Stay home. This is a stay-off-the-road situation. Power outages are a major concern with heavy wet snow combined with those strong winds. Make sure your phone is charged. Have flashlights ready. If you have a generator, make sure it is fueled up and you know how to use it safely. 20 feet from windows. Outside only. Carbon monoxide kills silently. Raleigh, North Carolina. Your window is Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning. Snow is going to start around noon to 2 p.m. Saturday. Light at first, then rapidly becoming moderate to heavy by mid to late afternoon. Snowfall rates Saturday evening could reach 2 inches per hour in the heaviest bands. Total accumulation 8 to 12 inches by Sunday morning. This is going to be one of the heaviest snowfalls Raleigh has seen in years. Temperatures right now are sitting at 22 degrees and they were not going anywhere. Upper teens to low 20s through the entire event. Winds Saturday night are going to gust to 35 to 45 miles per hour. Raleigh-Durham International Airport has already canceled dozens of flights. If you were supposed to fly out of Raleigh this weekend, your flight is probably not happening. The roads are going to be a mess. Interstate 40, Interstate 440, Highway 70, all of them are going to be snow-covered and dangerous by Saturday evening. Do not travel Saturday night or Sunday morning unless it is an absolute emergency. Moving to the coast where things get really interesting. Wilmington, North Carolina, you re-facing a double threat. Heavy snow and dangerous coastal flooding. Snow starts Saturday morning around 9 or 10 a.m. By Saturday afternoon, we re-talking moderate to heavy snow with accumulation rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Total snow 6 to 8 inches by Sunday morning. But here's what makes your situation unique. You rewrite on the coast. As this storm bombs out, offshore winds are going to absolutely scream. Sustained winds Saturday night, 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts to 60 or even 70 miles per hour. Those are tropical storm force to hurricane force winds. Combined with high tide Saturday night and Sunday morning, we re-looking at significant coastal flooding. Storm surge of 2 to 4 feet above normal high tide, waves of 10 to 15 feet crashing into the beaches. Beach erosion is going to be severe. If you live in a low-lying coastal area, you need to be prepared to lose power. You might even need to evacuate if you are in a flood-prone zone. Check with local emergency management. The Outer Banks are in serious danger. We've already seen houses collapse into the ocean this winter from previous storms. This storm could topple more. If you are on the Outer Banks in a vulnerable structure, you need to seriously consider leaving before this gets bad. Let's jump to the southern edge of this storm. Atlanta, Georgia. You are on the southwestern fringe, but you are still going to feel this. Snow starts late Friday night around 10 p.m. to midnight. Saturday morning, you are going to wake up to snow on the ground. Not a lot, but enough to cause problems. Coating to 2 inches total accumulation by Saturday afternoon. The bigger issue for you is the rapid freeze-up. Temperatures Saturday morning are going to be in the low to mid-20s. Any snow that falls is going to stick immediately to roads and bridges, creating extremely hazardous driving conditions. Interstate 75 through Atlanta is going to be a nightmare Saturday morning. Interstate 85 as well. Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport is already seeing flight cancellations. If you are flying through Atlanta this weekend, expect delays and cancellations. For most of you in the Atlanta metro, the snow is going to end by Saturday afternoon, but temperatures are going to stay brutally cold. Saturday night into Sunday morning, you are looking at lows in the teens. That is going to create black ice on any roads that got wet during the day. Sunday morning commute is going to be treacherous even after the snow stops. Asheville, North Carolina, you've already been hit hard. 9 inches of snow reported by 8 a.m. this morning in Balsam, just south of you. You're in the higher elevations of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and that means you are getting buried. Snow started overnight Friday, and it's continuing through Saturday. Total accumulation by Saturday evening, 10 to 14 inches. Some of the higher peaks around you could see 15 to 18 inches. Temperatures are sitting at 20 degrees right now, and they were going to stay in the upper teens to low 20s all day Saturday. Winds are going to gust to 30 to 40 miles per hour, creating blowing and drifting snow. Visibility at times is going to be near zero in the heavier snow bands. Interstate 40 through the mountains is going to be extremely dangerous. Interstate 26 as well. If you are in Asheville, stay put. Do not try to travel through the mountains in this. People get stranded in these conditions. People die in these conditions when they try to drive through mountain passes in blizzard-like conditions. Greensboro, North Carolina, you are in the heart of the heavy snow zone. Snow starts around 10 a.m. to noon Saturday. Moderate to heavy snow Saturday afternoon and evening. Snowfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour at times. Total accumulation 7 to 11 inches by Sunday morning. Temperatures mid-20s Saturday, staying steady through the event. Winds gusting to 30 to 35 miles per hour Saturday evening. Interstate 85 and Interstate 40 are going to be snow-covered and slick by Saturday afternoon. Avoid travel Saturday afternoon and evening. Power outages are possible with heavy snow weighing down tree branches and power lines. Now moving north to Virginia. Richmond, Virginia, you in a tricky spot. You far enough inland to get snow, but the track of this storm matters for you. Snow starts Saturday afternoon around 2 to 4 p.m. Moderate snow Saturday evening. Total accumulation 4 to 8 inches by Sunday morning. There's uncertainty in your forecast because small shifts in the storm track could mean the difference between 6 inches and 2 inches. Right now, confidence is highest in the 4 to 8 inch range. Temperatures upper 20s, Saturday dropping to low 20s Saturday night. Winds gusting to 25 to 30 miles per hour. Interstate 95 through Richmond is going to be impacted Saturday evening and overnight. If you have to travel Saturday, give yourself extra time and drive slowly. Norfolk, Virginia Beach, you on the coast, and that means wind is your biggest threat. Snow starts Saturday afternoon around noon to 2 p.m. Moderate to heavy snow Saturday evening with rates up to 1 inch per hour. Total accumulation 3 to 6 inches by Sunday morning. But winds Saturday night are going to be ferocious. Sustained winds 35 to 45 miles per hour with gusts to 60 miles per hour. Blizzard conditions are possible if the heaviest snow coincides with the strongest winds. Coastal flooding is a major concern. High tide Saturday night combined with strong onshore winds and storm surge means flooding in low-lying areas near the water. Hampton Roads is going to see significant impacts. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel could see restrictions or even closures if winds get high enough. Check before you travel. Charleston, South Carolina. You on the southern edge of the heavy snow, but you are right on the coast. Snow starts Saturday morning around 8 to 10 a.m. Light to moderate snow through Saturday. Total accumulation 2 to 4 inches by Saturday evening. Not a huge snow total for you, but the coastal flooding is the story. Winds Saturday afternoon and evening gusting to 40 to 50 miles per hour. High tide Saturday evening combined with onshore winds means flooding in downtown Charleston in the usual flood-prone areas. King Street, Market Street, the Battery. All the low spots that flood during high tide are going to flood Saturday evening. Move your car to higher ground if you are in a flood zone. The coast from Charleston up to Wilmington is going to get pounded with waves and storm surge. Savannah, Georgia, you are even farther south and you are mostly going to dodge the snow. Maybe a few flurries Saturday morning, but no accumulation expected. Your temperatures are going to be in the upper 30s to low 40s Saturday. You're going to watch this storm hammer areas to your north while you stay mostly dry. But even you are going to feel the cold blast Sunday into Monday. Sunday morning, lows in the upper 20s to around 30. That is cold enough to damage any sensitive plants or crops if they not protected. Columbia, South Carolina, you are inland and you going to see snow. Snow starts Saturday morning around 7 to 9 a.m. Moderate snow Saturday afternoon. Total accumulation 3 to 6 inches by Saturday evening. Temperatures mid to upper 20s Saturday. Winds gusting to 25 to 30 miles per hour. Interstate 20 and Interstate 77 are going to be snow-covered Saturday afternoon and evening. Stay home if you can. Sunday morning is going to be brutally cold with lows in the mid-teens. Now let's talk about what happens farther north because this is where the forecast gets murky. The exact track of this storm as it moves up the coast Sunday is going to determine who gets snow in the northeast and who stays dry. Right now there are 3 possible scenarios and I need to be transparent with you about the uncertainty. Scenario 1, the storm tracks close to the coast. In this case, cities along Interstate 95 from Washington, D.C. to Boston get clipped with snow. Maybe 2 to 4 inches in D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia. Maybe 4 to 8 inches in New York and Boston. This scenario brings heavy snow inland across Pennsylvania and upstate New York. Scenario 2, the storm tracks farther offshore. In this case, the Interstate 95 corridor from D.C. to New York stays mostly dry or sees just flurries. But Cape Cod, Martha S. Vineyard, Nantucket, and the South Shore of Massachusetts get hammered with heavy snow and strong winds. This is the classic benchmark of 40 north 70 west. If the storm center tracks east of that benchmark, the big cities miss out. Scenario 3, the storm hugs the coast even closer than Scenario 1. In this case, D.C. and Baltimore see rain because warmer air gets pulled in off the ocean. But Philadelphia, New York, Boston see heavy snow with totals potentially 6 to 12 inches. Right now, Saturday morning, most models are trending towards Scenario 2, the storm tracking offshore. That means the big cities along Interstate 95 from D.C. to New York probably dodge the heaviest snow, but Cape Cod and the islands are in the crosshairs. Washington, D.C., your forecast right now is for mostly cloudy skies Saturday with maybe a few snow showers. No significant accumulation expected. Sunday, partly sunny. Temperatures Saturday around 11 degrees, Sunday morning lows around 10 degrees. You're going to miss the snow, but you're not going to miss the brutal cold. Baltimore, Maryland, same story as D.C. Maybe a few flurries Saturday, no accumulation expected. But Sunday morning lows around 9 degrees. Extreme cold is coming. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You've got a better chance at seeing some snow than D.C. or Baltimore, but confidence is still low. Right now, the forecast is for snow showers Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Possible accumulation 1 to 3 inches, but that could change. If the storm tracks 50 miles closer to the coast, you could see 6 inches. If it tracks 50 miles farther out, you get nothing. This is a wait-and-see situation. I'll have much better clarity on this tomorrow. What I can tell you with high confidence is Sunday morning is going to be frigid. Low of minus 11 degrees with wind chills minus 20 to minus 25. New York City, you are in the same boat as Philadelphia. Snow showers possible Saturday night into Sunday. Possible accumulation 1 to 3 inches. Track dependent. If the storm comes closer, you could see 6 to 8 inches. If it stays offshore, you might just see flurries. Sunday morning, low minus 12 degrees. Wind chills minus 20 to minus 28. That is dangerous cold. Exposed skin can freeze in 10 to 15 minutes with wind chills like that. Boston, Massachusetts, you've got the best chance of seeing significant snow in the northeast. Right now, the forecast is for snow developing Sunday morning. Moderate to heavy snow Sunday afternoon. If the storm tracks close enough, possible accumulation 2 to 6 inches in the city. Higher amounts south of the city toward Cape Cod, but again, track dependent. Cape Cod, Barnstable, Hyannis, you are looking at potential for 6 to 12 inches Sunday if this storm tracks close to you. Winds Sunday gusting to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Blizzard conditions are possible on the Cape and the islands. This could be a historic storm for you if the track is right. Sunday morning, low in Boston, minus 13 degrees. Wind chill Sunday night into Monday morning, minus 25 to minus 30. Life-threatening cold. Providence, Rhode Island, similar forecast to Boston. Snow possible Sunday. Accumulation 2 to 5 inches if the storm cooperates. Track dependent. Sunday morning, low 2 degrees. Wind chills Monday morning -15 to -20. Hartford, Connecticut snow showers Sunday. Possible accumulation 1 to 3 inches. Track dependent. Sunday morning low -4 degrees. Brutal cold Monday. For everyone from DC to Boston, I need you to understand that even if you miss the snow, you are not missing the extreme cold. Sunday night into Monday morning is going to be the coldest air we've seen in years. Wind chills Monday morning are going to be life-threatening across the entire Northeast. We are talking -15 to -30 in most areas. If you lose power in cold like this, your house will drop below freezing in a matter of hours. You need backup heat, space heaters, extra blankets, sleeping bags. Know where your warming centers are located. Write the addresses down on paper in case your phone dies. Let me jump back south because there are more cities we need to cover. Knoxville, Tennessee, you got hit overnight. Snow started Friday evening and continued through Saturday morning. Total accumulation 4 to 6 inches by Saturday afternoon. Snow is going to taper off Saturday afternoon, but temperatures Saturday night are going to drop to the mid-teens. Sunday morning, low 15 degrees. That's dangerous cold for Tennessee. Protect your pipes. Let faucets drip Saturday night into Sunday morning. Nashville, Tennessee, you are in a similar situation to Knoxville. Snow Friday evening into Saturday morning. Total accumulation 2 to 4 inches. Snow ending Saturday afternoon. But the cold Sunday morning is brutal. Low 14 degrees. This is the coldest morning Nashville has seen in years. If you lost power during last weekend's ice storm and you still dealing with damage, you need to have backup heat ready. Do not use generators indoors. Do not use grills or camp stoves indoors. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills. Every single winter, we see people die from using generators or grills inside their homes or garages, 20 feet from windows, outside only. Memphis, Tennessee, same timeline as Nashville, snow, Friday evening into Saturday morning, accumulation 1 to 3 inches, ending Saturday afternoon. Sunday morning, low 15 degrees, extremely cold for Memphis. Birmingham, Alabama, light snow Friday evening into Saturday morning, accumulation coating to 1 inch. Not a big snow event for you, but Sunday morning is going to be freezing, low 21 degrees. Montgomery, Alabama, you are on the far southern edge. Maybe a few flurries Friday night or Saturday morning, no accumulation expected. But Sunday morning, low 28 degrees. That's cold enough to damage plants if you don't cover them. Mobile, Alabama, no snow for you. Partly cloudy Saturday, but even you are going to feel the cold Sunday. Low 29 degrees. Chilly for the Gulf Coast. Pensacola, Florida, same story as Mobile. No snow. But Sunday morning, low 30 degrees. Bring sensitive plants inside or cover them. Tallahassee, Florida, you are going to stay dry. Partly sunny Saturday. Sunday morning, low 38 degrees. Not as cold as areas to your north, but still chilly. Jacksonville, Florida, partly sunny Saturday. Sunday morning, low 47 degrees. You are one of the warmer spots along the East Coast this weekend, but you are still going to notice the cold blast. Now here is what just changed in the last model run. New data came in overnight and the European model has shifted this storm track about 10 miles closer to the coast. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's enough to increase snow totals for coastal North Carolina and Virginia by 1 to 2 inches. It also slightly increases the chances that Philadelphia and New York see accumulating snow Sunday. I want to be clear, this is not a done deal. The next model run might shift it back offshore. But the trend overnight was closer to the coast, and that is something I am watching very carefully. The sequence of events over the next 72 hours is what makes this dangerous. First, we get the heavy snow Saturday into Saturday night. Then we get the explosive strengthening of the storm offshore Saturday night, creating hurricane-force wind gusts along the coast. Then we get the coastal flooding at high tide Saturday night and Sunday morning. Then behind all of that, we get the Arctic blast Sunday into Monday with temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below normal. And this cold is going to stick around. We are not talking about one cold morning. We were talking about Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all brutally cold. Overnight lows in the teens and single digits across much of the East Coast. Daytime highs struggling to get above freezing in many areas. Let me give you practical advice that could save your life or save your property. If you are in the heavy snow zone, Charlotte, Raleigh, Asheville, Greensboro, you need to prepare today, Saturday morning, if you haven't already. Go to the grocery store now if you need supplies. Bread, milk, eggs, batteries, flashlights. Stock up now because by this afternoon, the roads are going to be bad. If you wait until this afternoon, you might not be able to get out. Charge your phones and tablets and laptops right now. If you lose power, you are going to want those devices fully charged. Consider charging backup battery packs as well. If you have a fireplace, make sure you have wood. If you have a generator, make sure it is fueled and tested. If you don't have a generator and you lose power and it is 20 degrees outside, you need a plan. Can you go to a friend's house? Can you go to a family member's house? Know where the warming centers are in your area. Most counties open warming centers during extreme weather. Find out where yours is located and how to get there. Let faucets drip Saturday night, especially if you are in areas that normally see this kind of cold. I am talking to you, Georgia. I am talking to you, South Carolina. Your homes are not built for prolonged exposure to temperatures in the low 20s and teens. Pipes that are in exterior walls or in unheated spaces like crawl spaces or attics are at risk of freezing. Letting faucets drip even just a small stream keeps water moving through the pipes and makes it much harder for them to freeze. This is especially important Saturday night and Sunday night when temperatures bottom out. If you are in the coastal flood zone, Wilmington, Charleston, Norfolk, move your car to higher ground today. Wait until Saturday night when the flooding starts. By then, it might be too late. For those of you in the extreme cold zone up north, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, you need to prepare for life-threatening cold Monday morning. If you have elderly neighbors, check on them. If you know anyone who is homeless or living in inadequate housing, they need to get to a warming center. Frostbite occurs in 10 to 15 minutes with wind chills of -20 to -30. Exposed skin freezes that fast. If you have to go outside Monday morning, cover every inch of skin. Hat, scarf over your face, gloves, heavy coat, insulated boots. Do not take this lightly. Keep at least a half tank of gas in your car. If you get stranded and you need to run your car for heat, you don't want to run out of gas. Also make sure your exhaust pipe is clear of snow. Every winter, people die from carbon monoxide poisoning because they ran their car for heat while stranded and snow blocked their exhaust pipe. The carbon monoxide came back into the car and killed them. Check your exhaust before you start your car if you restuck in snow. Here's what makes the timing of this storm critical. This hits during the weekend. That means most people are home. That's actually good because it means fewer people on the roads during the worst of the storm. But it also means that if you lose power, you might not be able to get help right away because utility crews are also dealing with the storm. Power restoration could take longer than usual. Be prepared to be without power for 12 to 24 hours or possibly longer if you are in a rural area. And here is what I am watching for next week. Way too early for details, but not too early to track. There are signals in the long-range models that another storm system could develop mid to late next week. It's too far out to know if that is going to be a snowmaker or a rainmaker or if it is even going to happen at all. But I'm watching it. If you resubscribe with notifications on, you'll be the first to know when I have details on that. Let me recap the key points. Bomb cyclone developing Saturday night off the coast of North Carolina. Pressure dropping 30 to 40 millibars in 24 hours. That explosive strengthening. Heavy snow across the Carolinas, Virginia, parts of Georgia, Tennessee. 6 to 12 inches in the hardest hit areas. Some spots could see more. Winds gusting to 60 to 70 miles per hour along the coast Saturday night, creating coastal flooding and beach erosion. Track uncertainty for the Northeast. If the storm tracks closer, cities from Philadelphia to Boston could see significant snow Sunday. If it tracks offshore, the big cities miss, but Cape Cod gets hammered. Arctic blast behind the storm Sunday into early next week. Temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below normal. Wind chills Monday morning, life-threatening across the Northeast. Your preparation deadlines are today, Saturday, for anyone in the heavy snow zone. If you haven't prepared yet, do it now. By this afternoon, it's going to be too late. For those in the extreme cold zone up north, you have until Sunday to prepare. Get your supplies today or tomorrow. Monday is when the dangerous cold arrives. Drop your location in the comments one more time so I can give you a personalized update tomorrow. I am going through every comment tonight. Tomorrow morning, I am posting an updated forecast with refined snow totals, adjusted track guidance, and specific timing for your area. Things could change overnight. New model data comes in every 6 hours. By tomorrow morning, I'll have at least 3 more model runs to analyze. You will want that information. Make sure you resubscribed and notifications are turned on. Tomorrow's update is going to be critical. If this storm tracks differently than expected overnight, you need to know. If snow totals increase or decrease for your area, you need to know. I'll have all of that for you tomorrow morning, live by 8 a.m. Eastern, possibly earlier, if there are major changes overnight. I am not here to panic you, I am here to inform you. This is a serious storm with serious impacts, but if you are prepared, you are going to be fine. Check on your neighbors, check on elderly family members. Make sure everyone you care about knows what's coming and has a plan. The more people who see this video, the more lives we can keep safe. Share this with anyone you know in the affected areas. Don't keep this information to yourself. Thank you for trusting me with your weather information. I take that responsibility seriously. I'll see you tomorrow.